Greetings, peers and queers. Welcome back to a special edition of Monday through Friday. I am your hostess, Jacee Nova, and happy International Transgender Day of Visibility, March 31st. International Transgender Day of Visibility was founded by Rachel Crandall Crocker in 2009 in the state of Michigan. The aim of which was to create a more positive counterpart to Transgender Day of Remembrance, the only other day on the calendar that transgender and non-binary individuals had until that time. Whereas Transgender Day of Remembrance was to honor those who we had lost, the idea was to celebrate the lives of living transgender people and the contributions that they make to society. Since the very first event in Michigan in 2009, Rachel and her wife Susan Crocker have diligently worked, resourced, petitioned, fundraised, and advocated for the equality of transgender individuals, be that under the law or matters of employment, housing, and medical care. Thank you, ladies, both of you, for making a world where I can be myself. We would not be here if it wasn't for you. Thank you very much. So, in honor of International Transgender Visibility Day, I thought that I would present to you a list of some of my favorite content creators, some of my favorite trans content creators on YouTube. So without further ado, here's my list of my favorite transgender YouTube creators in no particular order. Jammidodger.
Sometimes on this channel everyone is gay, and sometimes nobody is because of gay erasure.
This channel, created by Dr. James Anthony Rains. He's a doctor. The man has a PhD. He has a PhD in philosophy from the University of Essex. Jamie's channel covers LGBT issues, particularly when it comes to transgender individuals, covering lifestyle, fashion, and relationships.
I personally wouldn't even know where to begin as a trans person to get trans-inclusive and trans-accepting healthcare for something like a smear test. And 90% of the time where I pursue things that are healthcare related and related to my assigned sex, I get treated like an alien. Seriously, people are just like, I have no idea what to do with you. Some trans people have had truly horrendous experiences, and I've been incredibly lucky where I've just had confused but polite people who just don't know how to speak to me, refer to me, or sometimes even what to do with me healthcare wise because I'm a trans man. So that's a little bit about why inclusive language is important. It's not a fix for all the issues faced by trans people when it comes to healthcare, but it's a start.
He also does a wide variety of reaction videos where he reacts to comments in social media posted by transphobes and homophobes. Dr. Jamie is based out of Essex, England in the UK, where he currently lives with his fiancée, fellow YouTuber Siobhan.
Hey Spuds, how's it going? It's Jamie and somebody else.
Hi!
Who are you?
I'm Shaba.
Shaba is my wonderful, lovely, beautiful, significant other.
Bless you.
Yes, we are betrothed to be wedded. Is that how you say it?
I mean, yeah, if you're in Game of Thrones.
Jamie joined YouTube in September of 2011 and currently holds 927,000 subscribers. If you have a preference for positive, upbeat videos, they're easy to digest, tune into Jamie's channel and enjoy the feels. Remember, dinosaurs are cool, transphobia is not.
What are dinosaurs? Cool. What is transphobia? Not. Very fitting jumper to wear for today's video.
VerilyBitchie.
You know how much money you pay for hormones over the years to grow breast disease, and you just end up with these tiny little titties and you're still shoving socks in your bra.
So you're a real vampire then?
No, I'm not a vampire. Why do you ask? I go up to someone and I say, hey, listen, I am a transgender queen of darkness. And they say, oh, you're my ally, you're my sister. Here, have some free condoms and lube.
The channel is created and hosted by VerilyBitchie, she, they pronouns. They are a trans, genderqueer, bisexual gender witch. On their channel, Verity covers LGBT topics with a particular interest in bisexuality and its representation in major media. Currently based in Slovenia, they were born in Britain and graduated from the University of North Texas. They have gotten around a lot. VerilyBitchie created the channel VerilyBitchie back in August of 2010 and currently holds 98.9 thousand subscribers. Why you should watch the channel? First of all, they are stunning. In my own personal opinion, Yeah.
You're so fucking valid right now. You're so valid. You're so fucking valid, baby. You're so fucking valid right now. You understand? You're so fucking valid.
Verity takes on a wide range of topics, including sex and non-monogamy, and most of all covers bisexuality, and all of the identity, societal, and romantic partner complexities that come along with being bisexual.
Now for the figurative science. As society throws its biphobia and homophobia at you, these things begin to accumulate. Gradually, over time, the sediments are drawn together through forces of figurative gravity to begin a figurative life of their own within you, as you see here, through the mighty technology of the figurative X-ray. Let's take a look at how internalized biphobia manifests. Does this X-ray have a microphone? I quite enjoy the idea of talking to the rest of you instead of just this one freak all the time. How delicious. I think you are gay. Maybe you're straight. No, you're gay. No, you're straight. No, you're asexual. Whatever it is, you're definitely not bi. Maybe you are a little bit bisexual, but not enough. Not enough to actually be around other bisexuals. Not enough to warrant community. Not enough for the gay community either. You're alone now when you always will be. That's quite enough of that.
Her videos are fantastically done, with a masterful balance of intelligence and humor.
Hey Annie, what's wrong? I'm just a little bummed out. Oh, well please tell me about it. Maybe there's something I can do to help. Well, a few years back my parents kicked me out for being gay, and now my gay friends have ditched me because I'm bi. I feel like there's no place for me to go in this monosexual world where I have to be either gay or straight, and if I'm both, instead of having two places to go, I have nowhere. Also, there's an assassin out for me, so I may be killed at any moment now. Whoa, wait a second, did you just say monosexual? Yeah? Why? Don't you know, Annie, that monosexual is a bad word? We don't use that word. How come? The words monosexual and monosexism put lesbians and gay men into the same category as straight people, as if we're some kind of oppressors. That's not true, and it's not right. If you want people like me to stick up for you and be your ally, then you're gonna have to play nice. Otherwise, we will have no choice but to continue to treat bisexuals like doo-doo. I'm sorry I used that word. It's just, I've got nowhere to go, and I may be killed at any moment now. Great, glad I could help. Bye, sweetie.
Importantly, in their own words, Verity's channel covers a lot of blunt sex talk, profanity, and a general lack of censorship. Go check out VerilyBitchie today. It is an awesome channel. Verity does an absolutely brilliant job, and it is a well that I can keep going to just for laughs and for learning new things. Moving on to the next channel, let's take a look at Dana Howl.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to do glazing and gradients with your airbrush. I apologize, I'm really sick today, so my voice is a little bit...
Dana Howl is a miniature painter on YouTube with a love for vaporwave.
2020 was a strange year. For a lot of reasons, but mostly for reasons I can't specify in detail here, or I'll get demonetized. But aside from that, it was the year I went full-time on YouTube. I learned a lot of hard lessons this year, and I thought some of you might be interested in what I learned, and maybe some advice if you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel yourself. So today, I'd like to share with you my top 5 most important lessons I learned about making YouTube videos in 2020, and the changes I plan to make in 2021.
On her channel, Dana shares her processes for painting miniatures and terrain for tabletop RPGs in an iconic vaporwave aesthetic.
In this video, I'm going to show you my updated process for painting color gradient style models, also sometimes known as the vaporwave or synthwave style of painting. I've made videos like this before, but since that time, I've refined my process quite a bit, simplified it, and made it much easier to do for large army style paint jobs.
Dana created the channel back in April of 2016 and currently has 78.7 thousand subscribers. Whether you're just getting into the hobby of painting miniatures or you're a longtime veteran of the craft, go check out Dana Howl. There, Dana explains the techniques that she uses to create a more uniformed and surreal look for your minis. Also, if you're a big fan of vaporwave, synthwave, or chillwave, Dana Howl's channel is a great place to tune in and simply let your mind wander. Actually, a lot of times I will play her videos and just listen to them as I'm like studying, writing scripts, or like washing dishes. Her channel also features videos of her speed painting miniatures for Warcry, Warhammer, or Dungeons and Dragons. Next on the chopping block is Jessie Gender.
Hello interwebs, it's a new year, new Jessie. And by new Jessie, I mean the same exact Jessie that you've always gotten. The one who loves to talk about nerd stuff, social issues, LGBTQ stuff, and politics, and all of that with a bunch of weird jokes to mask the inner anxiety and torment deep in my soul. I'm fine, we're all fine here now, thank you. How are you?
This channel was created by and is hosted by Jessie Earl, better known as Jessie Gender or The Lost Trekkie. She is a writer and content creator, but also a huge fan of all things science fiction. On her channel, Jessie Gender talks about the nuance of nerdy.
Some of you may know me from my main channel, Jessie Gender, where I talk about the nuance and the nerdy, and try to speak about issues facing the LGBTQ community, transgender-specific community, women, non-binary people, autistic folks, as well as many other social and political issues through and within geek topics, with an eye to the most vulnerable and marginalized groups.
Jessie takes a dynamic look at social and political issues of the real world, as well as themes affecting marginalized members of society throughout geek culture.
Last week, the entire internet got in a huge hubbub because turns out Superman, the hero that stands for truth, justice, and the American way, will be revealed to be bisexual in an upcoming issue of his comic releasing next month in November. DC Comics announced the news for the iconic hero on October 11th, fittingly coming out day. And sadly, because everything today has to be caught up in our culture war, from toilet paper to fictional character sexuality, a lot of people had a lot of things to say online. Having LGBTQ folks or people of marginalized identity in any sort of fiction is not politics. We are people that exist and deserve to be seen in things. It only becomes political because people want to make it political.
Originally from Seattle, Washington, she is currently living in Los Angeles, California. Jessie created the channel Jessie Gender on October 26, 2007, and currently has 129,000 subscribers. If you, like myself, are a fellow nerd, I highly recommend Jessie's videos.
So if any of that sounds interesting to you and you want to get involved in the community, I'd be excited to have you. But otherwise, I hope you live long and stay sexy.
Next on the list of my favorite YouTubers is Sam Collins.
Transvax. Transvaccinated. This is the transphobes' latest joke. They pretend to be vaccinated, but they're not actually vaccinated. We've heard all these types of jokes before, right? Like transracial, trans species, trans age. You know, people just want to be us so bad that they will do anything. It's weird because I thought that they hated us so much, but I think they just want to be us because we're so cool.
The channel gets its name from its host and creator, Sam Collins. He, him pronouns, and heterosexual. Sam creates videos often pointing out incorrect information or calling out the hypocrisy of homophobes and transphobes on the internet.
So today I have transphobia with a little bit of spice added to it. So what our boy Matt did over here was he wrote a child's book about a kid who transitions into a walrus. He's selling it under the LGBTQ section. From Daily Wire personality and best-selling author Matt Walsh, this is literally propaganda. You know, people like Matt always say that my mere existence is propaganda, and teaching people about my existence is propaganda. But when you take a look at this book, I mean, it is very clear-cut. And I just find it really, really odd that you would write a children's book against trans people and then put it in the LGBT section to like troll and mock them. I don't know, it seems very immature and weird and obsessive. So I mean, you can stay obsessed with us, it's cool. I know you want to be us, you're not as cool as us. It is what it is, all right? And I guess I'll just see all you guys next week with a new video.
From Boston, Massachusetts, here in the United States, Sam created the channel in February of 2012 and currently has 918,000 subscribers. Why you should watch this channel? Well, Sam is approachable and direct. The dude is chill as fuck.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. So if you don't know, I recently made a video about a transphobic book, and that book was read to children and it was pushed to children, and it's a very weird book. It's synonymous for transgender. Anyways, Matt Walsh responded to my video, and Matt Walsh, you are the first person to ever respond to one of my videos, so you've got balls. I would say they're bigger than mine, but I get to choose the size. So
His videos are usually matter of fact, and I have yet to see him settle for a subject matter or a title that was clickbaity. Personally, I find him to be an honest judge of character, never siding one way or the other due to personal politics. Do yourself a favor, go check out Sam Collins today. The dude is just classy, alright? He's a classy ass man. We need more people like him. Ooh. Are you ready for this one? The next channel we're going to talk about is ContraPoints.
Do I want mommy? Or do I want to be the mommy? Yes. Just yes. Anyway, let's go back to talking about Sigmund Freud.
The channel ContraPoints is hosted by its creator, Natalie Wynn. She, her pronouns, lesbian. She is an ex-philosopher and a YouTube icon.
I'd like to share with you a list that I put together of groups that are often considered to be cringe. Now I'm searching for some thread that all these groups have in common, and a handful of themes do jump out. Deviancy, whether physical, mental, social, or sexual. A combination of passionate sincerity and amateurism. The perceived tendency to lack emotional composure. Obsessive interests in unconventional hobbies. Low social status. It's pretty easy to wind up in the cringe category these days. If you add up all the groups on this list, I bet it includes most of the people watching this video. It includes me 3 or 4 times. Can't we just accept that we're all a bit cringe and try to be, like, compassionate or whatever? Fuck no.
On her channel, Miss Wynn covers topics including voting, beauty standards, opulence, capitalism, TERFs, Jordan Peterson, cancel culture, and my personal favorite contribution that she's made to the community, the mouthfeel.
Most people don't realize that taking feminizing hormones actually changes the anatomy and functionality of the genitals, shrinking everything down and softening everything up. That means changes to a little thing not a lot of people are talking about, but something I've been trying to raise awareness of, the mouthfeel. Oh hi, it's me, Natalie Wynn, your tasting specialist. With respect to mouthfeel, the feminine penis is of course softer and smoother than the masculine penis and does not become as turgid. And as for the cum taste, well, it is a known fact that girl cum is clear, liquid, and tastes of saline, whereas boy cum is milky, viscous, and more acidic. It is therefore the consensus among sommeliers that sucking a female penis is not gay. Cheers!
Originally from the state of Virginia here in the US, Natalie now resides in Baltimore, Maryland, which if you really think about it, kind of makes her a geographical Virgin Mary. ContraPoints was created in February of 2011 and currently has 1.54 million subscribers. Holy shit. I will say that again. She now has 1.54 million subscribers. She now has 1.54 million. No, good for her. Good for her. Natalie's videos are extremely well produced and theatrical in presentation. You could seriously put a frame on one of her videos and hang it in the loo. They're that much of a work of art.
Socialization doesn't end with childhood. It's a lifelong process. That said, resocialization takes time, and sometimes trans people who are early in transition have most of that process ahead of them. Kim Petras, whomst we stan.
Oh, we stan.
We stan.
Oh, we
I stan. Oh, we stan. She transitioned as a child and I imagine was socialized more or less the same as a cis woman. Whereas Caitlyn Jenner, whomst, well, just whomst. She made millions of dollars in men's sports, she had 6 children by 3 wives, she transitioned in retirement at age 65, and told BuzzFeed that the hardest part of being a woman is figuring out what to wear. This is the only trans woman most people have heard of. It makes me want to cry.
Natalie Wynn follows a delectable recipe in all of her performances. 1 part intellectualism, 1 part humor, and 1 part base hedonism. If you have a curious mind and would like to know more about the academic study of knowledge, do yourself a favor and go check out ContraPoints. The next YouTube creator I'm going to talk about is Jackie Rabbit.
Hi, I'm Jackie Rabbit. You know me. If you don't, get to know me. I'm here to support you.
Jackie Rabbit, she, her pronouns, shares updates and personal stories on her YouTube channel, all in an effort to help support other trans women. As she often mentions, her videos are meant to comfort and reassure others that the medical and social hurdles that they face are okay, that they're normal, and can be overcome with grace.
I think the other things you could really look forward to would be the craving of salt. It definitely sheds your body of salt, and you do get a massive craving for things like pickles.
Jackie Rabbit created her self-titled channel back in July of 2018, and since then has acquired 11,000 subscribers. Jackie is one of my favorite YouTubers, and let me tell you why. Most of what you see are younger people, like in their teens, 20s, 30s, coming out as transgender on YouTube or on the internet in general. Jackie's channel, Jackie Rabbit's channel, is special in that she caters to, and her audience is primarily, people who have come out and transitioned after the age of 40 or 50. She herself is in her 50s now, and she continues to make videos saying, hey, it's okay to start a little bit later. A lot of people that I know, a lot of my friends, have came out in their 40s or their 50s, including my partner. My partner's 53. She's been on hormones for 2 years. It is amazing, and it is fantastic representation for Jackie to be out there being like, hey, it's okay. It gets better. Look at me. She mentions stories about like her gynecologist not even like realizing that she's trans or forgetting that she's trans. It gets easier. It can be very scary when you're transitioning later on in life, but like, this is awesome representation. Seriously, if you transition later in life, especially if you're a trans woman, go check out Jackie Rabbit. She's there to help you. She even states in a lot of her videos, I'm here to help and support you by giving you the knowledge that she wished she had, or telling you anecdotes, or like just helping to calm you down and reassure you that everything's gonna be okay, girl. You're gonna be fine.
So I was 49 back then. That was a year ago. I'm 50 now. So I was searching the videos on YouTube, and I was looking for someone like me that I could understand, somebody who struck a chord within me, who I could watch and feel like, oh yeah, somebody else is experiencing this too. I'm not alone. I'm like her. She's like me. She gives me strength knowing there's a finish line for me. So I just decided to be that girl. And that's why you're watching. So here I am. I'm 50.
Jackie, you're an amazing person. Thank you so much for the work that you do. And thank you for like reaching out to our older sisters and being like, hey, you know what? It's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. I did it. You could do it. Yeah, it's a little bit scary, but you're going to get through this. Do yourself a favor. Go check out Jackie Rabbit today. Our next content creator on the list is me. The next day, girls come out. Everyone's like, oh my God, come hang out with me. Talk to me. I am 2 of the letters of the alphabet, the B and the T, and I'm not even the queerest person in the room. It's weird. Here's another one. We went to my bank to deposit the last check from my old job. As we're depositing it, the teller was like, oh, and are you on his account? And I'm like, oh, I am him. I do have ID if you need to see it. And she's like, holy shit, girl. Damn. You know what I mean? Jacee Nova, she, her pronouns, is the creator and hostess of the YouTube channel Monday Through Friday. She is the co-administrator of TFIV, or Trans Family of the Illinois Valley, a Facebook group dedicated to transgender non-binary people of the Central Illinois Valley. Fun fact, Jacee enjoys breaking the fourth wall and creating paradoxes. I want to give you 10 examples, 10 signs, if you will, that you yourself or somebody that you know may in fact be a transgender woman. Let's get down to it. Sign number 1. Your aesthetic may be described as lesbian vampire. You're on a first-name basis with your pharmacist. The word chaser in your vocabulary has nothing to do with alcohol. Originally from the Chicago suburb of Schaumburg, Illinois, she now resides with her partner Karen in Ottawa, Illinois. This has been my partner Karen, and I'm Jacee. And
Yes.
I am. Jacee created the channel Monday through Friday back in January of 2021 and currently has a whopping 78 subscribers. So if you want to help her out, click like, share, and subscribe. Are we on the internet? Interesting facts, her favorite word is reciprocate and her favorite cartoon character is Jane Lane from Daria. I'm a Libra, so I hate talking about myself. Lies. I am a catty bitch, and I have every right to be. Here's why. If you enjoy supporting grassroots content creators or like to see the underdog win, please do your best to hit the bell icon, subscribe, share, comment on this video, send it to your grandmother, bury it in a pickle jar in your backyard. Do something, alright? I'm dying out here. Come on, I'm fucking dying. Remember earlier when I said there was no specific order? I lied. I saved the best for last.
What's up, AV Club? It's your girl, Aluna Vayne, back with more queer video content. And obviously, you know, dismantling Western culture is kind of the whole point of the queer agenda.
We're talking about Aluna Vayne. Aluna Vayne, she, her pronouns, is an electronic musician and queer content creator.
So you probably just got done binging trans lifestyle vlogs for the last 3 hours, but it's not because you're trans, it's just because you're interested and you're an ally. And it definitely has nothing to do with that all-consuming existential terror that is eclipsing the very core of your being. But listen close, listen close. Shh, shh. Do you hear what that voice is saying? It's saying, you're probably definitely already trans.
Interesting fact, Aluna Vayne is also a tiefling druid of the Ereshari. That is a 100% factual thing that I just said. Aluna's videos cover LGBT topics, particularly what to expect when transitioning. She's also an independent musician, and here on YouTube is where you can find the majority of her songs.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Aluna created her YouTube channel back in July of 2013 and currently has 520 subscribers. I would appreciate it very much if you would go to her channel and subscribe. Watch a few of her videos, like them. They are very well done. She's a star.
So I guess the question is, like, can you really blame me for being so shitty and sad and fucked up all the time? It's just like, I go online every day and I see these motherfuckers with 2 million subs, which they got from finger popping their asshole, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like, fuck me, I guess.
If YouTube notoriety was like a game of Mortal Kombat, and they had that like tower of like opponents that you had to face to climb to the top, Aluna would be like the first character that I had to fight. We're kind of in the same category, same like viewership area right now. But what I'm asking is for you to go check out Aluna's channel. Her delivery, her presence on camera, the humor that she has, how matter-of-fact she is with things to expect while you're transitioning, and maintaining a sense of positivity even in the dark times. She's amazing. Honestly, this girl is on her way to stardom. She is wildly funny, incredibly talented. Oh my god, she could be like a stand-up comic. Very much I get the feeling that this girl is a star on the rise. I'm telling you like this, when it comes to trans content creators, the next person that you're going to want to see is going to be Aluna Vayne. So yeah, those were a few of my favorite transgender content creators. You might have recognized a few names on the list. But hey, it's my channel. What are you going to do about it? I'm trying to be visible. So yeah, that was my like personal condensed list of my favorite transgender content creators. If you think that I forgot anyone, go ahead and write their names down below in the comment section. I may end up doing a part 2 to this video. I probably am going to do a part 2 to this video. Other than that, happy Visibility Day. I see you, You're out there. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You're strong. You're valid. Keep doing what you do. Represent. You're the future. You're the now. I love you all very much. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna tear up. I think I'm gonna tear up. I gotta look extra sexy for this one. ContraPoints was created in February of 2011? What? 2011? Damn! And the show currently has $150 million. Our next content creator on the list is me, motherfucker. Me, I'm special, look at me. On her rainbow-friendly weekly podcast, Monday through Friday, Jacee speaks about topics that she's familiar with, such as issues with transitioning, bisexuality, mental health. Do I have to look at my notes for this one? Who wrote this shit? Jacee created the channel Monday through Friday back in January of 2021 during the pandemic when she realized that she was transgender. She has a whopping 78 subscribers. So if you want to help a bitch out, click like, subscribe, hit that share button, do something, help me.